Stop right there. Yeah, you. If you like all things entertainment, current events, or Hollywood, then look no further. Creator to Creators, hosted by director Meosha Bean of Horror Noir, interviews filmmakers and creatives from around the world. Join in on the fun, guest celebrities, and informative information to have as a creator. Hit subscribe and stay connected to Creator to Creators.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators today. Today, we have a very special guest.
Justincredible.
I love that. I love your name.
Yes.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you so much for coming on. I think you're super, super talented and just you have a fascinating life and an interesting story. And that's what the show's about. But I love going back to the beginning. I really love like going back to childhood. I always say the childhood kind of charts our trajectory of kind of where we're going to be going in life, like our little habits and things that we pick up along the way. So tell me a little bit about your childhood and what was that like? And kind of how did you find your way into doing the things that you're doing now, just like creatively?
Great question. I think that all right, let's start this off. I think my parents, they grew me up on Sade, Anita Baker, Luther Vandross, Michael, the greatest. Even my dad introduced me to Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. Um, my mom's a singer. She played well, my dad sang a little bit. My dad sang more than my mom, but it wasn't anything like super professional level, just around the house and things. My mom played the violin. She was an actress. She was in drama in high school and stuff. Um, and my grandfather, my dad's dad, was a saxophone player in a
Ah,
uh, in a jazz band, and I found this out in my adulthood that he actually played with Duke Ellington. So that
wow.
was, yeah, I didn't know that. And so they kept that under wraps for me, but they exposed me to a lot. And I think they grew me up in a Christian household. Both of my parents, I'm from South Florida. So I grew up in a melting pot in the 80s and the 90s. So we had everyone from the islands, all of y'all New Yorkers, y'all polar bears came down here. So I got a little North flavor with some Southern flavor too, Southern sauce. And my parents were police officers, so you got that working class, that public servant
Yeah,
type of that heroic, that selflessness, um, sacrificing for the community. I think all of that molded me. And family was in either law enforcement, education, and so I think that kind of all played its part to the ball that I am right now.
I love that. It's beautiful. That's very interesting that so Florida, I'm from Florida too, so like Floridians in the house right now.
Yeah.
Together. I love talking to a Floridian. Did you feel like and I'm just curious, have you ever felt like Florida was like for me growing up, I've in Florida, I felt and particularly in Gainesville, it wasn't so much of the creative field there. Like I didn't really see too many people, wanting to shoot or do stuff like that. So I ended up leaving, and departing from Florida because of that. I just didn't see it around. I still would create like really but tiny like in just bits. It wasn't like all the time. Um
Okay.
did you ever felt like creatively that Florida wasn't like, I mean, for you in your journey? Did you feel like you had to go somewhere else to find that or like study or?
Okay. I hear what you're saying. And you're talking north central Florida where you kind of
Yeah.
grew up?
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
like nothing there.
I can imagine was sports heavy there.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that makes sense. I think in South Florida, I originally got into sports,
Oh,
and
okay.
and then you're talking elementary, middle school, high school, and then at a point you start looking around and you're like, okay, yeah, these dudes kind of got it. Yeah, I'm not on their level. I'm not jumping out the gym. Okay, I need to find something that works for me.
Yeah.
I think artistically there are pockets because you have, Wynwood in Miami. You have some
Yeah.
art. you have some art there, some appreciation for art, but a strong community like that, and was that the cool thing to do on the forefront? No, I don't think that that was it. In a pocket, I have been like studying different artists as far as like music and rap and hip hop. I studied a lot of Nas and
Okay.
Eminem, and like I studied that on my own. So thank God for the internet,
Yeah.
that I gleaned a whole lot of that, and thank God for film, that I was able to, film DVDs, Blockbuster, that I was able to soak in certain things, certain artists, certain filmmakers. Those things, I think I soaked in a lot, and I think the culture, like I've performed in New York during Harlem Week a couple years, and that culture there is really heavy. They really love hip hop. They'll sit there all day long in a chair for 10 hours a day on a
Wow.
Saturday and on a Sunday, and I think I understand why someone would leave Florida. I have I just maybe I'm just spoiled and I love the beach so much that I just don't want to leave. I just don't want to leave. I have some roots and family here.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
could see myself. I could see myself moving to create. I think if you wanted to do it on a full-time professional level, I understand the reasoning to leave.
Mm. But that's good that you still made it, like you still worked and you made it, you were creating, and that didn't stop you. And, you know, that's always, and because I mean you do everything. I mean, poetry, I mean, like, holy crap, amazing, amazing. Um,
Thank you.
so talented. What kind of drew you into that world of like, like, yes, I want to do this as a, like, this is what I want to pursue this.
Hmm. I think high school, I started writing down, journalizing just my typical life, teenager, my parents getting on my nerves, oh, my girlfriend, oh, this girl, oh, I wish I could get with her. Oh, my girlfriend, we broke up. I love her. I hate my life. You get into those things, started writing. I shared it with people, I shared it with teachers. I shared it with fellow classmates. They took a look at it. They said, hey, it's not too bad. I happened to just bump into a group of people from my high school that rapped in Miramar, Florida. I went into this garage. I started to I loved rap.
Nice.
From elementary, from Biggie, Tupac, Bone Thugs, all of them. And I just happened to stumble across those um those environments and just started to kind of test it out. I just tried
Okay.
something new and I just continued. I think that pulled it there. I think at the beginning I was doing it for trying to find my voice, a sense of belonging, and
Yeah.
then eventually when I understood that I had a gift, I understood that I had to use this power for good.
Love
And
that.
I want to start talking about things and doing things that mattered and things that touched my heart, cultures that are beyond just my culture.
Right.
I want to connect and resonate. I hope I answered that question. I
No,
think
and
I
you
did.
did.
Okay.
No, that was great. That was amazing.
Okay.
Absolutely. I love that you wanted to do that and use it for good. Um, I think for me growing up, I knew after watching this tape, this VHS, like, this series of the Alfred Hitchcock series presents, and then like the seed was planted. Like, I kind of had an idea, but I didn't know exactly until I watched it, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that. Whatever he's doing, that's what I want to do. And I never looked back. So I feel like everyone has that moment of like, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna pursue this. And I like that you said you want to use it for good, because I mean the world. I mean, look at the world we're living in. It's so it's different. Things are changing. Things are. I mean, everything's fast paced. So it's like you can get kind of swept up into so many things, and there's so many things going on. And I think a lot of people are lost. So I do believe rap is a form, like, is basically poetry. It's like speaking. Um, well, you would hope, right? To elevate the minds of people and to think outside of like social norms and stuff like that. And like you mentioned Tupac and like Biggie, those were some, guys that really spoke some deep truths. And, the music now is not like that. So good for you for wanting to like elevate and, connect with people from like different, parts of the world and just anyone. Um, what,
Thanks.
yeah, for sure. Thank you. So on top of all that you do, like you said, you rap. Um, I have a fun question. I'm going to just veer off for a little bit, and there's no wrong answer. But if you could be managed by any music artist, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Whoa. All right, we are there. Managed. Whoa.
It's a tough
Um,
one.
I would like to say, Nas.
Ooh,
Um,
okay, okay.
Nas is my favorite rapper. Nas and Pac. It all depends on the time of day. But
Okay.
I would say Nas because he took his own path. He moved on his own time, and he had a really good relationship with Prince, and Prince was on that as well.
Yeah.
And I think the not moving with whatever wave is going on, Nas brought certain, like, Nas was beyond ahead of his time, but then
Hmm.
putting out messages that we're trying to educate. I know you brought it before. It's like that hip hop right now, rap right now may be a little bit different than what it was before.
Yeah.
And I think it's because you're taking away the roots. So rap is a form of poetry.
Hmm.
I believe rap stands for rhythm and poetry.
Got it.
So I think the elements of hip hop, you're talking DJing, the MCing, breakdancing, graffiti, and then the fifth element of hip hop is knowledge. And I
Yeah.
think when we start dropping albums and we go years and years without dropping any type of knowledge, it's okay to have fun. It's okay to, you know, to express yourself, and it's okay to be sexy. It's okay to be young, wild, and free.
Right.
But if there's absolutely no, if we go a certain amount of time with no knowledge, then we just get destroyed. We just self-destruct, and we're just wasting time, and we're just feeding poison. So I think Nas talked about so many things. He's taken so many shots and opened up the doors, like being the first to do so many different things that he doesn't get credited, and
Right.
but it opened up the door for other intelligent gangsters or intelligent people coming from the hood to not just write about, okay, the negative. You can write about the positive. You can strive for something beyond where you're at, and just to be motivational
I love
and
that.
still be cool, and just he's just I just like his style. I like his freedom. I like the way that he moves, and he's hella intelligent.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. He's yeah. I've seen a few of his interviews and I'm just like everyone hears the whole like I know that the whole like beef with Jay-Z and Nas and all that stuff and that happened and they were
Yeah.
they fell out and there was who's the best, who's the greatest and then of course now it's like Jay-Z because like he's gotten to the status or whatever. But I think that I'm with you. I agree with you. There's this thing of like people think or they look at society. A lot of people think that it's you're full of knowledge because you've gained so much success, so you
Mm.
must know everything. And it's like, actually, he could have just taken a great deal that got him to this point. Doesn't mean that he's like super knowledgeable, but when there's somebody who's super knowledgeable and very like they might not have the same amount of success in their like pocket wise, but doesn't make them like not knowledgeable if they're not at that level. So it's like you must know what to do because you've gotten to this level. It's like success is like
I agree with you. My day job, I'm a middle school teacher, and middle school teacher, mentor, And so I'm in 7th grade English,
Oh, nice.
and we're in National Poetry Month. So I'm playing them a video every single day. They're like,
Yeah.
Mr. Lane, you do this, you do this. I performed for them before in class or whatever, but to
Nice.
save my voice, to not do this 6 times a day, for all 30 days is like, dude, because I give my energy when I perform. And so
Yeah.
I'm drained if I go one day going through all 7 of my, and because I still have to teach too, and I have to still have
Right.
to tell students to sit down, yada yada. Okay. But back to it. When I first started playing these videos, the first thing that came out of their mouth was, how many views do you have? How many subscribers do you have? Before I even played it,
Wow.
dude, I'm about to play something to you that's meaningful. I'm about to play something to you that's powerful. Kids, most of the kids didn't even care. They want to know how many subscribers and how many views do I have and how many likes that I have, because they wanted to judge that. So the first day of National Poetry, they clowned me for
Wow,
for my
really?
views. They clowned me for my views. And then the next day I said, all right, cool. I'm playing you another video. Then by the third day, they were like, "Dang, Mr. Lane, you dropping bars, Mr. Lane. I'm gonna post you on my Instagram. I'm gonna get your followers up, Mr. Lane. Nah, I'm with you, Mr. Lane. Oh, you spitting, Mr. Lane. Nah, they giving me daps and everything in the lunchroom and
Right.
stuff like that. It's like, oh, but I think sometimes we're looking at numbers, we're looking at money, we're looking at bank accounts, we're looking at Billboard charts, and just because someone has monetized or someone has quantitative success doesn't mean that it's qualitative success.
Ooh, you better preach it. That's just a bar right there. Like, it's so true. It's so true.
And somebody's like, they're looking to somebody's like, okay, well, um, I'm not even gonna say this name because this person is. I'm not gonna say that name, but I'm not gonna say this name. I say that you're talking like an MC Light, Queen Latifah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking their impact versus, I'm just gonna call the elephant out. Sexy Red is the hottest
Oh,
thing smoking right now.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
the hottest thing smoking right now.
I don't get it.
That I can't deny. I can't deny what her numbers are. Can't deny what she gets paid. Can't deny all of her commercial success. But
Dude,
when you compare impact for impact, it's like there's no way.
no comparison. I'm sorry.
No way. No
There's
way.
no, there's no comparison. So with that, my question to you is that, do you feel like there is an agenda that that the powers that be put that on the forefront? Because it's like,
Mm.
like, you have great artists back in the day who passed away. You can go Michael Jackson, Prince. You can go to all, like, the beat, like, a lot of people. Now it seems like you said, it's very commercial. It's very just like, it's like fast. They're just spitting them out. And I get it's about money, but it just seems very destructive
I think
at
that
this
it's
point.
purposeful. I think it's 100% purposeful. I was like, as soon as she said this, I was like, all right, you ready for it? Let's go. Let's you want to go there? We're gonna go there. Cool. All right. Yeah, I think it's proper. I think it's purposeful because black pain and just I think black pain, black trauma, stagnation. That's profitable. Black foolishness, dysfunctional relationships. Not just black, but I just say American in general.
Yeah,
American dysfunction, American pain, American stagnation. That's profitable. I think that if
that's
people,
crazy.
I think that um, Akon said this. He was like, "Look, if all of the success, if the all of the most successful, impactful artists, if we owned everything, if we ran it, if we said, hey, you know what, um, we'll take a stand. I think that we would have way more leverage than we thought we had."
Wow.
I'll stop there.
No, and you're absolutely right. You're 100% correct. Um, and it's a thing. It's like, you hear people say, "Well, I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna use the system to my advantage." But then a lot of people get to that level, or I guess to a certain level, and almost kind of forget the mission. It seems like, I think a lot of people who have the same
Mm,
mission and have the same, like, oh, I'm going to change this, ends up kind of getting destroyed, or something happens to them, or they're, I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, yeah. So people would say, "Oh, these are conspiracy theories." I think that Chris Rock said it best. He's saying that they're never going to find the cure. They're never going to find the cure for AIDS, cure for cancer. They're never going to do it. It's because there's no money in the cure. There's money in the there's money in the maintenance of it. You know,
Right.
if it's a cure, then they're not going to continuously make the money. I think that if we start talking about solutions, if we're on something as far as entertainment, if it's wholesome, if we're going towards healing and I think that there's so many corporations, there's so many people, there's so many powers that be that benefit from our ignorance, our laziness, or our lack of knowledge, or our lack of health
Yeah.
in all forms.
In all forms. Yeah. Man. What do you feel like for you, and the things that you do, because you do a lot of different things, I mean, amazing things, by the way. For the listeners that don't really know about what you're doing, and what do you feel like is your mission? Like, what are you trying to do as far as like the things that you're working on and all that you do? I mean, you do it all. I can't really
Mm,
go through your resume, but please share, like, what is that for you? What does that mean for you, like the things that you do?
okay. Well, I'm a writer. I'm an author. I'm an artist in multiple mediums. So whether it's spoken word poetry, whether it's music, hip hop, R&B, and acting as well. And I do a little behind the camera work. I did some directing, a little
Nice.
here and there. Um, that's as far as artistry, but I am a teacher. I am a mentor. Like, I just love people. I love the arts. I love people. I love God, and I love the arts.
Love that.
And I think my purpose is to emphasize that importance, the importance of love of God, or discovering God, um, love for yourself, finding love with yourself, and loving people. I think that that's that, and I would say just exploring the arts. I think that's kind of my motivation. I think that
Love
there's
that.
so much healing, there's so much knowledge, there's so much community and connection with the arts. One of my um, kind of big brothers, Manuel Scott, he's an educator and professional speaker. He's a world renowned speaker. Dr. Manny Scott. He's one of the freedom writers. I don't know if you saw that
Yeah.
that
Yes.
Hemingway. Okay, so that's based off of a true story, the Hillary Swank,
Nice.
and he that was his teacher,
Mm.
and so he
Hmm.
was one of her students,
Cool.
in Long Beach, California. So I forgot which character he played, but yeah, he turned his whole life around, got a PhD, father, husband, preacher, pastor, all types of amazing guy. He said one thing that always stuck with me. He said, "What comes from the heart reaches the heart." And the when you use that with art, or or with or with whatever gift that you have, that's just powerful.
Oh yeah. 100%.
That's my
Yeah.
mission.
I love that. That's beautiful. I love that. What
Yeah.
does God mean to you?
Mm. Um, God is forgiveness. God is holiness. God is truth. God is mercy. It's wisdom. I mean, everything. Keeping this whole thing spinning. Um,
It's beautiful.
God is in us. God wants a relationship with us. God is love. All that. He's everything.
That's
He's
beautiful.
everything.
That's great.
Yeah.
I love it. Are you working on anything at the moment? Would you like to share with the listeners? Do you have anything coming around the corner?
Yes, I am about to. I'm about to have national. Well, Okay, let me get what's going on here locally done. Okay. I'm in a I'm in a creative production called Freedom Live, New Intimacy. So it's alongside a group of different artists, dancers, singers, poets, rappers. Yeah, and we're doing something right now. We're currently shooting a documentary film, and then the whole experience. We recorded the album. Now we're doing like a documentary film,
It's exciting.
and then it'll be an actual like um, theatrical presentation. So it'll be I guess Broadway-ish, you know.
Ooh,
So yeah, so
nice.
we're bringing that live to the stage. So Freedom Lives. So we're doing that. The live part will be towards the end of the year,
Okay.
around October, November. And then second thing, I'm an artist ambassador and creative arts teacher at Atlantic Center for the Arts, ACA, in Volusia County. So we're still doing greatness behind the scenes. It's an creative arts mentorship that we do in public middle schools and high schools.
Love
During
that.
the summer, I'll do a little bit of creative art, creative writing, teaching during the summer, a few sessions there. And in June, I got national spoken word competition.
Woohoo.
Uh, yes, so I took off all last year. I did not compete at all last year. No slams, no competition whatsoever. I just wrote. I just wrote. And so the previous year, 2022, I ranked 15th spoken word poet in the country. So now
Nice.
I'm going for top 10. Going for top 10.
Awesome.
So that's going to be in
Awesome.
June.
Well, congratulations. And that's exciting. That's really, I mean, you got this. Hands down. You got this. Easy
Thank
peasy.
you. Thank you. Yeah, I've been practicing and I'm good to go. And also, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
with ACA, I have a lecture for them. It's an arts and wellness lecture. I'll be doing that on the 19th. So I'm preparing my slides and everything. So it's that's
It's
gonna be
exciting.
an awesome experience. I've done like mini web series kind of lectures pre-recorded, but this will be like my first lecture, in that art space. So it'll be good.
Awesome. Love
Yeah.
that. Love that. What advice would you give to, anyone out there that wants to get into the, I don't know, the creative arts field or just in this business?
Mm. I would say that there is a space for you. You, no one has your story. If you if you take the time to understand yourself and to discover yourself, and spend enough alone time, you would figure out that all of the art that you'll ever need, all of the motivation that you would need to draw from, all of the stories to put together or to produce, they're all in here and they're all in here. Everything is in here. Like you have an endless supply. And then if not, you can just, you can get motivated from other people, but it'll connect to something in here, connect to something right here, and you just continue to pull these things out.
Absolutely.
Stay true to yourself. Um, Never lie, and because I believe art imitates life, and
Amen.
just go with your heart. You'll be all right.
I love that. It's beautiful. Um,
Yeah.
I love asking this question, and there's no wrong answer. But the
Okay.
three levels of influence: money, power, and respect. And if you could choose only one of those things, which one would you choose and why?
Mm. It's At first I was thinking about power. Um, it'd be between power and respect, but I think I'll go with respect.
Okay, nice.
Um,
Good answer.
the reason why is that respect is dependent on someone else. Like if you're the only person in the world, like it doesn't necessarily count if you respect yourself, but respect, it needs by default, it needs other people, and you can get so much done with two people who respect each other. They may not agree or you know, with everything and have the same different purposes, but if they can respect each other, I think that a lot of things can be accomplished.
Beautifully said. I really,
Yeah,
that's a great answer. I love it. It's a
yeah,
great answer. Where
yeah.
can people find you on social media to follow everything that you have going on?
Okay. Everything on social media, Real Passion Flow, RealPassionsFlow, Real Passion Flow. And on IG, it'll be RLU.life for Real Life University, my first book.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely. I love it. Well, thank you so
Yes,
much. I mean, literally 30 minutes goes by so fast. Um,
yes,
definitely got to come back on again for sure. Um,
I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
thank you so much for just all the things that you said and just the nuggets and the information. I really enjoyed it. Um, yeah. And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I appreciate you.